Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Detroit Pistons. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the era of star free agents increasingly being on the move has created a media frenzy that sometimes can be intense and draining. Some players like Kevin Durant have pushed back against year-long and incessant free agency questions. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said, "We're all actors in a soap opera, and we have to deal with that part of it." Kevin?
It can be a circus. David, thanks. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Milwaukee. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, there's the Pistons, a few slots below them.
And I think for the Bucks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Oh, come on, GA. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt, and it's Kennard in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Robin Lopez out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Bledsoe in at the point. Now here's Bledsoe. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Now Rose. Passes it to Griffin. Over Matthews. And Griffin scores. The assist by Rose. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in LA and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Bucks. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. They get it again. That shot off. Stolen by Jackson. That shot off. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Matthews gets it to go.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Now here's Rose. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Here's Drummond. Good D by Lopez.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Got to get the whole team pumped up.
And Middleton kicks to Giannis. Misses the 3. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 3-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And Greg, they just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Griffin with the steal. Stolen by Middleton. Outside Matthews. Lets it go from 11. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Matthews has got 5.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Shooting 2.
free throw drops for Rose. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, you know, dominate the Bulls of that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Jackson. Back to Rose. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. The fadeaway. Griffin can't get it to go in.
I like what he was trying to do, shaking the D with the fadeaway. Tough look, though.
Middleton can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rose, good.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. To the inside, Matthews. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And it's 7 points for Wesley Matthews. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And here's Rose. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Drummond finds Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rose passes to Griffin. Three-pointer. And that's good for Derrick Rose for 3. Rose has got 7.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And the pass to Lopez. Bledsoe looking around. Another shot. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Outside Rose. To the right side. 6 to shoot with the fadeaway. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Fades back. They get it back. Here's Lopez. Goes back up. Bledsoe outside. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. A second chance effort. That one doesn't drop. And it's Detroit the other way. Jackson against Matthews. Griffin. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Drummond.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here's Kennard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
And Detroit has possession. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Dives for it, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. Outside for Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. Detroit with the rebound. Andre Drummond, still a very potent scorer inside, Chris, but he's leveled off a bit with his production.
Yeah, Kevin, he'll get you about 15 or 16 a night, but I don't know if he'll ever be a 20-point-per-game type of scorer. He's working on his free throws, so he could get there. A lot of fans were hoping that he'd grow into more of a scorer, but it seems like he's best off as a complementary offensive piece.
The Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one at the line is good. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Now, here is Hill. 9 points last game. Good work defensively by Morris.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Wood. Here's Snell. Back to Wood. Passes to Doumbouya. Here's Snell. Guarded by Korver. No good. That would have tied it.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Langston Galloway's checked in for Detroit. Hill passes to Lopez. It's back to Hill. Here's Connaughton. Good work defensively by Morris.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Wood. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Having to be careful around Lopez, he's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
Bucks leading by 3. Now here is Hill. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And the reach of Galloway annoys shooters. I mean, does a nice job contesting without fouling.
Feeds it to Morris. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Ilyasova with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The Pistons second.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Here's Hill, the feed to Lopez. Rebound by the Pistons. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now, Doumbouya. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Here's Wood. No good on the shot.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Snell from outside. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Ilyasova gets the bucket.
Spotting up, the easiest way to shoot, especially for big men like Ilyasova.
The Pistons on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Doumbouya. 13 feet away. It's good on the putback. 6 points for Markieff Morris.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Right side Hill. The wide open look here for Lopez. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Here's Galloway. And another 3 for Detroit.
A dependable shooter from outside the arc. You can tell Galloway really believes in his 3-ball.
Hill passes to Korver. The pass to Lopez. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Now here is Hill. Tight defense on him.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Here's Doumbouya. And a missed layup. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Pistons ahead as they end the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then it's George Hill, and it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Korver. It's stolen by Morris. Galloway, the pass to Wood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs, Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Bledsoe comes in for George Hill.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
He lobs it up, and no good that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Bledsoe. No good, unable to end this run.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Then for the Pistons, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Christian Wood. Luke Kennard comes in for Doom Boyer. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Tony Snell. Here's Bledsoe. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Detroit leading by 12. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some time.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Ilyasova. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Drummond's checked in for Langston Galloway. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got his second basket of the night.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Drummond's got his first points of the night.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
It's stolen by Morris. Griffin against Middleton. Here's Drummond. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Lopez. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Baseline jumper. Here's Antetokounmpo. Morris with the block.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. First in scoring, 4th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Kennard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, after a promising rookie season, it was tough for second-year guard Luke Kennard. I mean, injuries had him in and out of the lineup as his development was slow.
Pistons have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And although Kennard righted the ship after the trade deadline, he lacked confidence early.
Yeah, he has a bad habit, Kevin, of not taking the first good look that he gets. And then by doing that, you let the defense adjust to you. Now, when he trusts himself, and as he did more and more last year, he can become a solid contributor to this team.
And so he makes both from the line.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
It's Matthews on the wing. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bledsoe against Rose. Left side, Jackson fires the 3. Here's Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Now, the aggression that Griffin plays with, I mean, that's what sets him apart, whether he's attacking the basket or getting after it on the offensive glass like he does right here.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's good.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Rose passes to Drummond. Lopez with the steal. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Count the basket. And 11 points for Wesley Matthews.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. At one point, they led by 16. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Bucks trail by 14. Bledsoe outside. Matthews no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And it's Rose missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious. Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior, gotta love it.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Giannis passes to Matthews. Bledsoe against Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris, a lot of expectations, high expectations when you're the #1 overall pick in the draft. You know it well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's something that I wanted. You know, Derek Coleman was from Detroit, and 2 years earlier, he was the #1 pick, and I'd always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before myself and the #1 pick. And so for me, I looked at it as, yeah, a pretty big weight, but the honor was more than the weight, and I was honored to be picked #1, and I relished in that, and I had great teammates that allowed me to flourish in that role.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
And the rejection by Giannis. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Griffin, and again it's the Pistons missing. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Matthews. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson, and the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
a pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. Griffin's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And it's good for 2. And it's 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jackson. How last month turned out for him, putting up about 18 points per, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rose in the post, guarded by Bledsoe, lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over a game.
Bucks trail by 8. Bledsoe outside. And there's the pass to Lopez. Giannis inside. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Now, here's Rose. He's got 13. Griffin inside. Antetokounmpo defending. Lopez with the steal. Here's Middleton, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Rose. On the wing, Jackson. The dish to Drummond. And again, Detroit turns it over. Well, every team needs rebounding. Let's check out the league's top rebounders. Third is Andre Drummond. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
George Hill's checked in for Milwaukee. Wood, he's checked in for the Pistons. Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. Back to Lopez. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Eric Bledsoe. Then for the Pistons, Doumbouya is checked in for Griffin. Tony Snell comes in for Jackson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Oh, and the coaching staff loves this effort. They want Drummond to keep swatting shots like this.
The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Stolen by Doumbouya. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Galloway with the bucket.
And the athleticism Galloway has is impressive. Good at getting out on the break and finishing.
Now here is Hill. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Morris comes over to help. The kick out to Ilyasova. Lock at 6. The Bucks working the ball around. Second chance shot. Morris with the block. There's Galloway. 5 points in the game. Pass to Doumbouya. Morris outside. Passes it to Snell. Puts up a three. The rebound by the Bucks. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Connaughton passes to Hill. Outside Korver. Lopez against Morris. Over to the left wing. Connaughton. A three-pointer is right on target. Connaughton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Galloway taking his time here. Morris against Lopez. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Pat Connaughton.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Pass to Doumbouya. Here's Wood. To the left wing. Here's Doumbouya. It's tipped. Outside Hill. The pass to Korver. No good from outside. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good.
And Korver's solid at getting a hand in the face of shooters. Like seeing him hustle on that end of the floor.
And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Chris, how did the team's offensive approach improve in that first half?
We didn't have any type of tempo going. We were real stagnant, standing around a lot. Once we got moving, pushing the ball more, we got what we wanted.
Hey, Chris, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Wesley Matthews has been having a big night. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They showed a total lack of discipline in the first half, way too many turnovers. Coach was not happy. A lot of miscommunication going on. This game could easily get away from them if they do not tighten up.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. They trail by 1. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Rose and Jackson to the backcourt. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position. Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Griffin. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Yeah, Kevin, second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend the play.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
The Bucks have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. Middleton, no good on the free throw.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Griffin hits them both.
Oh, well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. And Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game in that regard. Such a fantastic passer.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot misses. Good D by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his third foul so far. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Rose against Bledsoe. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Chris, you almost forget just how big Griffin is because of how smoothly he can facilitate for others.
Yeah, Kevin, and I hate when people say he's a good passer for a big man. I mean, what type of caveat is that? He's just a good passer. He has great vision, superb timing, and that's why he's always been near the top in assists for bigs.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Griffin. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. Rebound Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Middleton outside. Rose against Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
Kevin, it's encouraging to see Griffin work hard on defense, wanting to make a difference and throw his man off.
Jackson passes to Griffin. This one for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebounding. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely, and let's give respect to offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders, Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolved. And so now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot from that other end.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. He feeds it to Griffin. Over Middleton. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
That free throw, no good. And, Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Oh, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complements each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
And the Bucks making a change here. Hill's checked in. Antetokounmpo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Now here's Rose. He's got 15. Offside Jackson. Here's Griffin. No good off the back of the rim.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
Now here's Middleton. He's tightly guarded, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Griffin down low. Giannis is there. Griffin kicks to Jackson. Good D by Matthews.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Jackson. Over Matthews. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And, GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And, Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
No, it took Drummond years of practice to improve his free throw shooting, and his hard work paid off little by little as his free throw percentage began creeping up. It's still a work in progress, though, but it's getting there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Wesley Matthews. The first one falls. Markieff Morris is checked in for Andre Drummond. He hits both from the stripe.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 21. Lopez passes to Giannis. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Galloway. He has 5. Got a piece of it. Lopez with the steal. Feeds it to Korver. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Korver's got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
There's the pass to Snell. Here's Wood, defended by Ilyasova. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Chris, one thing you have to like about Galloway is that he's always prepared to play.
Yeah, Galloway is the type of player that can see 5 minutes on the floor in one game and then start and play 25 minutes the next one. I mean, just think about that focus for consistency. The production can be hit or miss, but he's a great plug-and-play option for a coach in need of filling minutes.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Pass to Morris. To the paint. Here's Snell. Lays it up off the glass. Snell's got 5 points so far.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Bucks leading by 14. Hill kicks to Korver. Hill with it. No points in the game yet for him. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Bucks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the technical free throw is good.
And what I like about Lopez is his throwback game. He's most dangerous when he's operating close to the basket.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Galloway. He has 6. Morris right side. Back to Snell. 6 on the shot clock. That one, no good. Korver with the defensive effort.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting stronger.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Detroit. Pistons trail by 19. Passes it to Morris. Back to Rose. Rose double teamed over Hill. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Bucks leading by 19 points. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Rose scanning the floor. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he makes both free throws.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency. And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
And Milwaukee has possession. Now, Antetokounmpo, 32 points in the game.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
He hits the second from the line.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Rose passes to Wood. The second chance effort. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Giannis, no good. Pistons trail by 21. And he can't jam it through. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You know Carver is known for his lights-out shooting ability. He's a long-range bomber who continues to shoot at a high clip.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for George Hill. Now here's Rose. He's got 18, and stolen by Ilyasova. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line. The Bucks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And look, and Ilyasova played the first 7 seasons of his career with the Bucks. He bounced around since then, but he earns minutes wherever he goes.
Rose, good.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. They'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Giannis is double. Here's Ilyasova. Offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 35.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. .41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Lopez against Morris. Bledsoe for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Woods got rebound number 8 now on the night. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Milwaukee leading by 23. And here's Bledsoe. He's got 12 over Rose. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Launches it. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Do it again for this quarter, 0-0. Same effort, same mentality. Keep pushing it. Keep moving the ball. Keep cutting.
Well, Mike likes how they're working the ball right now.
And, you know, Coach highlighted, it's a brand new quarter. They need to play with the same fire.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle.
Here's Kennard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he makes the first. So he gets them both. The Bucks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. DiVincenzo passes to Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Doumbouya pulls it in.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Stolen by Wilson. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Brown, good.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Wilson. Chris Middleton comes in for Brown. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Maker. Griffin comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Jackson in for Frazier. Bledsoe. And again, the Bucks miss.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And that one's good. Griffin.
Look at that. Griffin is such an incredible talent. He's made a living off finding ways to score through contact.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Lopez. Dishes it to Middleton. Floats one. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Middleton.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Bledsoe outside. Ilyasova dishes to Bledsoe. Looking to get back on track here. And the layup's good off the glass.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Bledsoe against Jackson. Down low. Here's Drummond. Good D by Lopez. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bledsoe against Jackson. Elbow shot. The shot, no good. The Pistons go the other way with it. Now, here's Doumbouya. Defended by Middleton. They double-team Griffin. There's the feed to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, this is what Griffin gives you. Excellent vision, excellent decision-making with the ball in his hands.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Bledsoe outside. And Ilyasova kicks to Middleton. Rebound by the Pistons. Doumbouya's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Jackson. Here's Kennard. And the shot goes down.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
And the pass to Middleton. Matthews with the bounce pass. Here's Bledsoe. Another shot. Lopez. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Griffin draws the double. Pass to Drummond. 5 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Rose is checked in. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
And the Bucks with some changes. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Detroit also making some changes. Tony Snell's checked in for Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jackson. Now here's Giannis. Passes it to Connaughton for 3. Here's Lopez. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Griffin. Hill against Rose. Good work there as it goes. Rose has got 22.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
Pass to Connaughton. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left. And that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Galloway, the pass to Griffin. In the corner, Snell with it. Back to Griffin. Shoots a fader. Count that bucket.
And Griffin feels comfortable firing from there. He's adept at using the mid-range area of the floor.
Hill against Rose. Here's Hill. Inside. Lopez, no luck. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. He dishes it to Galloway. Great look, but off the mark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Offensive rebound, second shot opportunity, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Wilson, he's checked in for Lopez. Sterling Brown comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for George Hill. And then for Detroit, Thon Maker's checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Tony Snell. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Rose. You see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. but during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was
Wow.
both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well, and that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. So it's the Bucks now. Here's DiVincenzo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, and Maker sends it back.
Proving he can be an active defender. Great hustle for Maker to stifle the shooter.
Frazier kicks to Brown. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Brown. Milwaukee's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Wilson, and he goes in for the dunk.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Frazier left side. To the middle. Here's Maker. Bank shot, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Ilyasova. The pass to DiVincenzo. And here's Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds to Ilyasova. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Thon Maker.
Yeah, and when Ilyasova is aggressive, he makes the defense uncomfortable, which is how he gets these calls.
And both free throws good for Ilyasova. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Frazier, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Ilyasova with the ball. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate Just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, great night for you. How did it all come together?
My team's doing a great job of getting me open, and our guards are finding me, and I'm just putting the ball in the basket when I can.
You were open and available all night, Wesley. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.